Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 1 vs 1 on Turtle Rock between our brown orc player Grubby, and up top we have our blue undead player. And I'm not sure how to describe that. Is it like an unimpressed face? I'm gonna call it unimpressed face. And again, it's on Turtle Rock, and this is part of the Grubby replay pack that I've developed. And we are going to speed this on up to the 8x mark, to the 2-minute point of the game, and all the heroes come out, all the good stuff starts to happen. And of course, going to be a Blade Master for Grubby and a Death Knight for the undead. Grubby immediately going after the giant sea turtle camp. And takes that out, gets a Cloak of Selling, so basically 50 gold for that Blade Master. Comes the pesky Death Knight, but a little bit too late, and maybe able to steal a kill here, but doesn't look like that is the case. Dust of Appearance on the Blade Master, and a Death Coil hits the Blade Master down to 68 health and finishes him off. Very nice.
Our hero has been slain. My life for the Horde.
And a very, very quick loss of Blade Master for Grubby. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen him lose his Blade Master. Simply well-timed. I think a coincidence. Well played, of course, for getting the Dust of Appearance, but I think a coincidence that he was so low on health and that he got 2 hits off like that. I think Grubby could have maybe ran down here and been a little bit safer from that Death Coil, but instead he stayed up there. So if he would have stayed down here, I don't think that Death Knight could have got to him. I think he would have had to go all the way around, but who knows? Either way, Blade Master will be back in action here shortly. Now back in the game, and sells his Cloak of Selling and picks up some Scrolls of Speed and Healing Salves. And Death Knight possibly looking to creep out there, but maybe thinking about it. The other giant sea turtle about to fall here for Grubby. And the undead in the orc base at the moment. Picks up a Mantle of Intelligence. Not so much luck there for Grubby in terms of items. And does get his level 2. And most likely be selling that Mantle of Intelligence. Possibly keeping it for a Shadow Hunter. We'll have to see. And a ton of ghouls moving across the map here.
My life for the Horde.
A swath of ghouls. And trying to get through here and may get surrounded. Of course, that Windwalk will allow him to just move through these units. Either way, in a little bit of trouble. The Grunt's in a little bit of trouble. Did sell his Scroll of Town Portal and may lose lots of Grunts here. Gonna lose at least one. If this one doesn't get away, it will take a Death Coil. Or rather, if it gets away, it'll take a Death Coil. A nice crit from Grubby there. Death Coil heals it up. Keeps it alive.
We're under attack!
And now going after the giant sea turtle level 4 here, and this is sort of a gamble. Death Knight just around the corner. And we'll get that 11 gold. The Gauntlets of Ogre Strength left on the ground there by the other hero.
We're under attack.
And now the Death Knight in the Orc base. Beyond scrambling for the Orc burrows. And nice switcheroo there to get some on the other side. And a burrow going down here pretty quickly. And gonna get them all out to repair that up. And here comes the Blade Master. Blade Master is very upset at this. And whacking away at the ghouls there, but no kills. And Death Knight trapped in the base now. And now surrounded. We'll have to Town Portal out of here. And gonna build an Orc Burrow there to block him in. And so well played on both of these players here. Pretty good replay so far. And finishes off that Orc Burrow and allows the Death Knight out of there. So doesn't have to use that Scroll Town Portal.
Research complete.
So Mr. Unimpressed Face playing very well, along with Grubby as well, blocking that Death Knight in there. Torn Chieftain out as the second hero for the Orc. And looking Looks like a lich on the way for the undead. Right up the Order Warrior here. And not the one with the item. And we'll see what drops here for Grubby from this level 3. And, oh, no, maybe he did get the item first there. Claws of attack +6. And he must have picked it up so quick that I didn't even see it. So now I'm going to finish off these trolls here. Torn Chieftain going to go after the Troll Warlord camp. And going after the Berserkers first. They're exceptionally high damage. Deathlite going after the Giant Sea Turtle camp. And Tome of Agility +2 for the Torn Chieftain. He picks that up.
Work complete.
And Grubby at the store here. Giant Sea Turtle falling soon. We'll see what items drop for both of these players here. Boots of Kael'thas. And gonna be Tome of Intelligence and a Potion of Invulnerability, but he leaves it behind and didn't see it in the corpse there. And shame to have picked up that Tome of Agility. The Blade Master could have picked that up along with the Boots of Kael'thas. Could have had 8 agility on that Blade Master. And that would have worked out pretty well for even bigger crits. Crits, more winning. And checking out the base here. Gonna go Ghoul Frenzy. And something that I'm not too big of a fan of. I think ghouls later on, you just sort of invest too much into them, and then they just become feed for your opponent. But well played so far by Unimpressed Face, as so far he hasn't really lost any significant amount of ghouls. But it is early just yet. And the thing is with ghouls, they have such low health that the Torn Chieftain, especially once he gets a level 3 Shockwave, if he does get a level 3 Shockwave, it's going to do huge damage. Not going to go stun. And Naga Sea Witch out in the field here.
Work complete.
And another stun slows the Sea Witch for now. And also, speaking of that, that's another move that I'm not much of a fan of, is War Stomp. It's very lackluster, very mediocre. It certainly does its job in terms of stunning opponents, but it's a real quick, like 1 second quick stun, and just really doesn't do too much. Although War Stomp can have its place, of course, if you have a Priestess of the Moon casting Starfall or something like that, or it interrupts blizzards and casted spells like that. And Undead going after the Gargantuan Sea Turtle camp. And can Grubby steal this? Is he going to notice? Nope, not going to notice. Nope, he does notice, but a Dust of Appearance goes up and misses that. Potion of Greater Mana on the ground there. And doesn't quite get that in the hands of the Death Knight now. Stun technically a little longer than a second, but again, a little lackluster. I mean, you can get a lot of units with it, but I just prefer, I guess I'm a Shockwave kind of guy. Units here struggling to get away from the undead. Raider down to 34 health. And body blocks his own Raider.
Ready to ride. Our town is under attack.
Ghouls and statues now pouring into the orc base. And Grunt taking a ton of damage here. And now Grubby going after the obsidian statue. And both heroes on the obsidian statue. And loses that statue there. Loses a Grunt as well. Death Knight nearly level 3. And now level 3, level 2, Death Coil. Should he choose that, which I doubt he'll take Unholy Aura 2. Death Knight and the Torn Chieftain pretty low here. Fortunately for the Torn Chieftain, they are in the home base advantage, just can run off and healing salve should he need to, and loses the Torn Chieftain and does not capitalize on that home base advantage. Blade Master gonna take a lot of damage here and backs off for now. Needs to get a healing salve going on himself. Does get some healing salves and a potion. Uses the potion. And now going after the obsidian statue. Just a couple more hits. Loses the obsidian statue. And these statues are just pouring in one after another and being lost over and over. Tauren Chieftain back on his way to the living realm. Undead gonna creep out the Ogre Magi camp here and gonna go after the Ogre Warriors first. And Grubby steals the kill there and the item. It's a Ring of Regeneration, gets a level out of it. And wants to steal those other creeps, but can't quite get to them right now. And tried to get that one, but didn't quite make it. But good enough with the level, and a nice Windwalk, and followed by a crit there. And Death Coil hits up that ghoul. He wanted that ghoul. He was thirsty for that ghoul, but couldn't quite get it.
Complete.
And now Orc Burrow's fortified armor. Another Ogre Warrior camp here, gonna fall for the undead. And Gloves of Haste have dropped. Nice on the Lich or the Naga Sea Witch. Lich or Naga Sea Witch kind of rhymes there. And Grubby going after the Ogre Magi camp here. It's a nice crit. And a second crit, Parrot of Vitality for him. And the Ogre Lord should fall shortly here. And Undead creeping very well this game. And the Ogre Lord here will fall, gets a Claws of Attack plus 2 or 12 and a Tome of Agility. That would have been excellent to have on the Blade Master there. Would have been a total of 14 damage, which would have been outrageous to have. But now on the hands of the Undead, will probably get transferred to one of the ranged heroes, such as the Lich or the Naga Sea Witch. Mantle of Intelligence 3 gets transferred over to the Tauren Chieftain along with the Ring of Regeneration. And the Boots of Quel'Thalas get transferred to the Blade Master. Gargantuan Turtle Camp here, gonna go for the Undead, or for the Orc rather, and here comes the Undead with a ton of ghouls. Turtle gonna fall here really quickly. Manual of Health and a potion of greater mana. Greater mana on the Tauren Chieftain. And now the Chieftain will have tons of War Stomps available with that potion. And looks like he may try to creep out this real quick, or maybe just checking out the shop and grabs the Scroll of Healing. Obsidian statue gets netted and is inevitable loss. Vulnerability potion. And really nice stomp there. Gets quite a bit of units. And Tauren Chieftain taking a ton of damage here. And really could use a Shadow Hunter to help that Tauren Chieftain in situations like that. Blade Master is going after a creep for some reason there. Blade Master goes down, and that may be GG for Grubby there. Yeah, I think that was kind of a mistake there, going after that Ogre Warrior real quick. Ghoul's proving to be a little bit too much, although giving a lot of experience to his opponent at the same time. I think a few mistakes by Grubby there during that battle. Taking a little bit too much damage on that Tauren Chieftain after the stomp. And a Shadow Hunter would do wonders right about now to heal up this Tauren Chieftain when he goes in deep like that. Django of Endurance And a Tome of Agility +2 for the undead there. And that's going to be huge for the undead to have that Endurance Aura. And Tome of Intelligence. And a Ring of Regeneration for the Tauren Chieftain. So double Ring of Regeneration there. Something I always kind of liked having, this double Ring of Regeneration. Hey, you can see how fast he is regenerating with the salve on as well. And Grubby GG's out. Guess he feels that he couldn't win that match there. And was outscored in terms of the units. And unit tab, hero tab, 4-4-4 versus a 4-4. And I really think that if Grubby had a Shadow Hunter that game, he would have definitely turned it around. Shadow Hunter would have just done worlds of good with the healing wave. And resources tab, of course, similar as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this replay. And I will see you guys next time.